Hello, so this reading that I am going to do today is going to be a pick a card. So it is going to be a pick a card for relationships and love, and it is going to be for the month of February. So yeah, so I'm going to pick set 1, set 2, set 3, and yeah, the overall message in this card will be to do with directed at love and relationships and for the span of the month of February. Right, so have a think about what sets you want to pick. Pause the video if you would like to have a little bit of time to do that. Otherwise, I will crack into it now. So we're going to go with set 1 first, see what comes up. Okay. Alright, so I'm just going to pull more of those. Okay. Alright, so to begin with, we've got the Seven of Pentacles, we've got the World, and we've got Six of Cups. Alright, and then we've got the Seven of Winter. So from what I'm getting with this set, I get that it is a relationship that you put a lot of time and effort into. So it's something that you've watched grow. So you've been with this relationship right from the beginning. And there is a card here that indicates childhood as well. So it could be a relationship that is from your childhood or that was around when you were a child. So I mean, this could be a love relationship. I mean, you could have known this person for a long time, or this could be a family member as well. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic love, just any relationships. But from what I'm getting is that it's like you've grown the relationship to this point in time, and there is something that is coming to completion with the World. So something has come full circle, but it's like there is still a connection, memories and you know, past times and things like that. It's like there's still a real tie to the past. And with the Seven of Winter coming up here, so it says caution will help you avoid the loss of valuables, including non-material resources such as time or peace of mind. Be aware of the results of your actions as well as what others might be doing behind your back. So I feel like it's with this relationship, I feel like there is so much from your childhood influencing this relationship. So it's like you, and it's like this person could be your world as well. So there is a strong connection there, but there is something from childhood or something there that's influencing the way that the relationship has gone. And it could be perhaps that you don't want that to happen again. So it's like there's been a cycle completed, and it's like perhaps you're going into this relationship refreshed and renewed in the same relationship, or it could be you're going into a relationship with somebody else and it's like you don't want that same cycle to happen. So it's like you've had to change, or you're going through the process now of changing patterns so that it doesn't happen again, or that you're not letting someone else influence the relationship. And the card Breathe came up here as well. So it's like you do just need to like take a breath and stop before you, sorry, my phone just switched off there. What I was saying is that it's like you've got to stop and pause and breathe before you go back into this relationship, before you go into this new relationship, and just go through those patterns of releasing things from your past, or releasing people who are influencing things in your life, because it's like I don't think you want to give up what you have grown up until this point, because it's like it's a strong connection, but there is something that needs to change there. So some of the, what does it says here? So feeling as though you can't leave what you're invested in. You can't put any more effort into something. Time to reassess. You have given enough time. You have given enough in all of your efforts. Yeah. So it's like it can't continue on the way it's been going, because you've grown it to this point, but there's something that's been influencing that you just cannot, it's like you need to cut that off. And with this person, or somebody such as peace of mind and time being taken away, it's like there has been so much happen in the past in this relationship where it's like hasn't been peace, and there hasn't been your time's been taken up, consumed by this, and it's like you've known the way to go with this relationship, but it's those outside influences. It's like that's what you've got to block out. There's too much outside noise, and you can't hear, which is why you've got to stop and breathe and be like this to really know what you want. And I'll just pull one more card. So this one says, on an adventure, either way is beautiful. Lots of great options. The sun rises and sets, and your days are filled with movement. So yeah, so there's definitely movement happening within this relationship. I feel like adventure could be, the next part of this relationship. It's like doing new things, or, it's like getting outside. I feel like that's a big thing for this set as well. It's like being outside and doing more adventurous things, as in either just like being, and I think that the way that this relationship is going to enhance is doing things in nature. So because it's like such a pure place to do things, like if you're distracted by things, or if you're doing things together, but it's you're sitting down watching TV or something, like that's great, that's that has its place, but you can't really connect in the way that I feel like this relationship could connect or should connect. So I feel like the more that you do things out in nature with this person, the more closer you're going to feel, and the more pure it can be, and then you can release all of these old attachments and external things that are affecting it, and it will make it stronger. So yeah, so that might be something to do if you picked set 1 in February. Definitely get out in nature more with this other person, and I think you'll find that the relationship will really grow from there. Alright, so I'm going to move on to set 2 now. Okay, so we've got the blank card. I'm sure that one came up in the February overall reading actually. So Wheel of Fortune and the Three of Cups. Alright, so this one. Okay, so from what I'm getting with this set is that the blank card is all about something happening that you didn't expect. So it's like, yeah, I think what I said in the overall February reading that I did, it's just like anything can happen. So, and with the Wheel of Fortune, so the Wheel of Fortune card is all about karmic cycles, so things happening. So it's like you may have gone in a karmic cycle that it's like you've gotten on a ride and you're like, oh, this is great, this is awesome, and then all of a sudden you kind of get partway through and you're like, I don't like this, like I want to get off. So yeah, I feel like that could, whatever point you're at on the wheel at the moment, I feel that it's been a big karmic loop that's happened recently, which is why the like anything can happen kind of thing. So it's like you've thought that you were on the right cycle, and then you realize like, oh fuck, like this ain't for me kind of thing. So it's like you've realized that now, and with this karmic cycle as well, it's like you've kind of got to let it run its course. It's like you can't get off until you've completed it, because you can't, you can only get off at this point. So it's like this has had to run its course, and it's also like something has been repeated, and you can see this repeating pattern now, and it's like, okay, I know what it is now. And maybe that's what it could be for a few of you as well, is that you can see what patterns have been looping, and you've been on the same thing, like, and the blank card will be like, okay, I understand what it is now, I know what it is, and I'm not doing that again. So it's like a realization of I've been a part of this karmic loop, you know what I mean? Like it's, yeah, there's been other people that have played their parts in this, but it's like, wow, that karmic loop, I chose that, and I'm not choosing it anymore, because it's like you can see it happening, and also unexpected changes as well. So, and I feel like with the Three of Cups, the Three of Cups is a a beautiful card of celebration. So I feel like, once you've had this realization, it's like it's beautiful. And the Three of Cups is, there's three people celebrating in this, so it's like it could be a group of people coming back together again, or say if there has been a situation where it's been, you've had things happen with a friend group or something, it's like that could come back together again once somebody's realized what's been happening, and how they've been playing their part in this. Or it could be a family unit coming back together, or family members coming back, or so we've got the Nine of Summer here as well. So it says, now's the time when your dreams come true. Don't worry about how this will happen. Just give gratitude to God or the universe for all that you have and that's still yet to come. So again, I mean, this one is like dreams coming true, and don't worry about how this will happen, which is again is what the blank card is all about. It's like things will happen that you didn't even expect. So, and that's just a beautiful thing. That's like, if you ever get down in the dumps about anything and you think things are never going to change, it's like your world can change overnight, you know what I mean, just by a simple action being taken, or something out of the blue, your world can change overnight. And I think that's, we've got Between Worlds and A Leg Up. So it's kind of like there's a clear bridge in February for the people who pick this set. It's like February is, you're on one side, which is kind of like last month and probably last year, and then February is like the bridging month into the new life. So yeah, and it's like things are getting brighter, because it's like in this card, like everything's kind of grey and dull and stuff, and then you bridge the gap into the new life, and it's colourful and beautiful. So yeah, and A Leg Up, I feel like that the leg up is like more help coming in. So it's like but you won't even have to do anything. It's like it will just be there. So I feel like, yeah, with this set, there's a lot of beautiful, just unexpected things, unexpected realizations of what's happened in the past and why life had to play out the way it did, but also beautiful realizations about bringing something back together, and moving from one world to the next. Yeah, I'll just pull one more card. So it says, the broken hurting the broken, no one's winning, personal healing, heal yourself before trying to heal others, and the need for individual work. So I feel like there's been, because you've been on karmic loops, it's like you have taken time to really go inward, and because I think the connection prior to this point in time, like last year, it's like it was just broken people hurting broken people. It was just like everybody was broken and trying to figure something out, and just wasn't working, because you can't, like, it was just broken, everything was broken, and no one was winning. So that's why, like, it's like you had to go in this one last karmic cycle, just to be like, okay, I'm done with that, like I understand now, and it's like you've taken time to heal. And I feel like a bit of the healing was done last month in January. It's still going on this month, but I feel like this month is the time to really is the more of the step forward. So there's like a step taken here. It's like the coming together of the celebration of what the new thing that's been created or recreated is going to take off from here. Yeah, cool. All right, so we'll leave it at that. And then we've got set 3. Okay, Queen of Pentacles, the Tower, and the King of Pentacles. Okay, all right, interesting. So we've got the Queen of Pentacles, the Tower, and the King of Pentacles. So I feel like, was that one? Flying out. Two of Autumn. Okay. So, yeah, I feel like, because there's the King and Queen of Pentacles, I feel like there could be, I feel like there's a bit of conflict here between two very strong personalities. These could be earth signs. With the Pentacles, it could be, you could be dealing with another person who is an earth sign as well. So yeah, I just feel like it could be money matters or something to do with work or a home environment. There's just like a bit of like both very, very strong personalities, and it's like this person wants this person wants that. That's what they want. And I feel like there is a clash. Not like, I don't feel like there's a huge battle. This is really hard to explain. There's not like a huge like fights and things like that. I just feel like it could just be that you're going, it's like you do your thing, and you're just running alongside each other, and you're doing both your things really well, but it's like there's no connection, which is kind of weird because it is a king and a queen, but I don't feel like there's connection. Like everybody's doing their own thing amazingly, but you should be doing it here, but you're doing it like here, like that's just, yeah. And I feel like there will be something that comes up this month that is like, that triggers you out of it. So it's like with the Tower, like the Tower can, is about something, falling down or being, brought to the ground. I just feel like there is going to be something that forces you to kind of come together, and that's like, it could seem like quite either, it doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing, it could just be something that forces you to kind of come together and reassess the way that you've been doing things, because everything's just been so separate. So I feel like there's been a lot of separateness and it needs to come together. So there'll be something that comes up this month where it's like, it will force you to come together. So the Two of Autumn, it says you may be under stress because of multiple jobs or too many responsibilities for one person to manage. It is important to balance your work and personal life and bring a spirit of fun to all you do, which just totally like relates to those cards, in that the two people are doing so many things. Like you're at a king and queen status. Kings and queens are generally pretty busy people, so they've got a lot on their plate, which I feel like that's it. It's like you've got so many responsibilities that you're facing, you're doing all these responsibilities out here, but you're not connecting in the relationship. So it's like everything else is great and running amazingly, but it's been at the expense of the relationship. So it's like, that's where it's like you need to balance your work and personal life, and bring a spirit of fun to all that you do. So it's like, yeah, I feel like something is definitely going to happen this month where it like forces you to like come together. It could be, maybe something like, I don't know, you could be forced to take a break in some way. I don't know, like it will, or you'll have some spare time where it's like, what do I do with my time? Okay, let's try and figure out this relationship, you know what I mean? So I don't see like anything is really wrong in terms of the individuals, but it's just more the connection together is not where it should be. And says we've got to be fair and happy. So yeah, so I feel like fairness, where it's like that balance, which again, like these two cards are really all about balance, like the balance here and the balance with the scales. So it's like, something is like, it's balanced in each individual's life, but the relationship is not balanced. So yeah. And the card that came up here, it says breaking a chain, reaching breaking point, tension and emotions, snapping, separate ways, force in different directions. Yeah, so it's like, it's kind of like your two ships like passing in the night, you know what I mean? So I feel like, and it could be that one or both of you have just realized what's going on. It's like you'll just snap and just be like, this isn't good, you'll be like, what is this, this isn't life. or in terms of a connection with somebody else. So it's like something's got to reach that breaking point, which is probably where the Tower card comes in as well. It's like, we'll reach your breaking point where one or both of you are just like, I just can't live like this. But I do feel like, I'll just pull another one to, yeah, it's like you've kind of got to get back to being that happy, the two happy people in the unit that you were when the relationship started, because I feel like that's just been lost. Yeah, so another balance card. So yeah, a lot of balance needs to be achieved this month with this relationship. Both, yeah, incredibly hardworking people and got everything sorted in terms of money and, living situations and things like that, and the practical physical world. But it's like you need to be more living from the emotional side, and yeah, bringing in the love back in and connection within this relationship. Yeah. All right. So I'll leave it at that. If you would like a personal love and relationship reading done by me, then you can message me at hello@staceysadler.com, and I will talk to you on the next reading.